Alright guys, so the first plant on our 5 strangest plants at the store list is the resurrection plant. Now this specific one that we carry is called the Salmonella lepidophylla. Now the reason why these guys are pretty strange is because they look pretty dead and dried up to you, right? Well, they're not. They're actually alive. These guys, they can go many years, they can last many years like this. They can go through long periods of neglect and drought, and they can still be alive. All you gotta do is add water to them, and they start to green up in a few hours and come back to life. Now, if you don't give them water for like 24 hours, then they'll start to shrivel up and turn brown again. So as long as you keep them watered and everything, they'll do just fine. Now, number 2 on our list are the Lithops, or they're also called living stones. And you can tell why they're called that, because they look like little rocks or stones. Now these guys are actually succulents. They are comprised of 2 succulent leaves that are joined and on the at the base, and then at the top they split. So these guys are not stones at all. They're just succulents. But if you think about where they live, kind of in the dry and arid environments, it's kind of beneficial that they look like stones, because that's kind of like protection. If it blends in with the stones all around it, grazers and stuff, they're looking for nice, juicy, hydrating plants out in the dry environment. They're looking to eat succulents. So if they blend in with the rocks and everything, they won't mess with them because they look like rocks and they don't want to eat rocks. Now these guys are really easy care because they thrive in low humidity and they don't require frequent watering. Like I said, they come from dry, arid environments, like most succulents do, so don't gotta worry about that too much. They just need so many hours of sunlight, direct sunlight during the day, just to make sure they stay nice and healthy. And if you look at a few of ours, they are actually cool because they form flowers between their leaves, like that. This one looks like it's gonna have a yellow flower. This one, let's see. This one looks like it's gonna be a white with a little bit of pink on it, so that'll be cool. So here we have number 3 on our list. This one is in our assorted exotic angel plants, but this specific one is called a Moon Valley Pelea, also called the friendship plant. Now they have, what's really cool about them is they have really deep quilted leaves with a quilted wrinkly pattern, and they feel really rough and kind of, they have little hairs on them, so they're kind of soft at the same time, but also kind of they feel really strange, really weird, and they look pretty cool. Now these guys, they can form tiny pink and green, kind of pinkish green flowers, but they usually don't do that too often, and they're not really substantial. So yeah, most people like them just because of their cool leaves. These guys, they do thrive indoors, but they also need high humidity. They need to be kept a little more watered than some of your other plants. Alright, this next plant I'm going to get down for you because it's really... Actually, I'm not, because it's going to get tangled up everywhere. But you can see it's pretty crazy looking. This number 4 on our list is the Corkscrew Rush. Now this is a grass-like plant, and the blades of it, they grow up from really tightly coiled stems down here, and then the blades are really coiled, and then as they grow longer, they kind of unspiral, where you get these kind of bouncy, springy blades. So yeah, it looks like a bunch of grass, a bunch of curly, springy grass. They're really tolerant to harsh conditions, so they're not too hard to take care of. They're great for indoor plants. They're very popular to keep, and they're very fun to play with and mess with and stuff, as you can see here. So yep, very cool plant. Alright, so the last plant on our list, number 5, is the Euphorbia Tree, and this looks like a cactus. You can see it's got little thorns and stuff on it, but it is actually not considered a cactus. It is considered a succulent, because cacti, they don't grow leaves, and these guys very obviously do. You can see them between the thorns on all of them. So yep, it is definitely a succulent. So yeah, if you guys look closely, you'll see that they grow thorns in groups of 2, and between the 2 thorns grows a leaf. and that's how all the leaves grow on this plant. Now these guys are also called an African milk tree, and that is because when you cut them open, they produce this really milky, sticky white sap, and it is poisonous. So, and it kind of looks like milk. So that is how they get the name, the African milk tree. So these guys, they do form flowers. However, they will only grow them outdoors. They don't form them when they're grown indoors. And they're just small, tiny little yellow or white flowers. So nothing too amazing, but if you grow them indoors, you won't see that. So yeah, that is the last of our weird plants. We hope you enjoyed looking at some of these, and maybe you guys will come in, check them out. They make great gifts for people who like plants and want something a little bit unique. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you all next time.